All right, we are back for another YouTube video. So you're probably saying, why do you keep doing leg videos? Because I'm trying to grow my legs. So that's just what we're doing. I promise I'll have an upper body video for you guys soon. But today is all about glutes and honestly more about hamstrings. So glutes and hamstrings are on the menu today. Lots of volume, lots of drop sets. I just want the hamstrings to be like shaking, shaking, shaking. And then the glutes, of course, like it's hard to do hamstrings without hitting glutes. So the glutes are gonna be in there, but they're not the focus of the day. The focus of the day is the hamstrings. Before we get started, we gotta get ready. You guys know the deal. Peace signs. No pre-workout today, straight vibes. But this is the pump because we need the pump, high volume. We're going 2 scoops today. This is the sour peach candy. Code Sydney at checkout to save you some money. I will say, like, I've honestly had a lot of caffeine over the last 3 days, so I just need a caffeine break. So this is all the pump, no caffeine. Shake it up. Let's give it a try. Delicious. First things first, we gotta warm up. And honestly, what I do for hamstrings to warm them up, I just kind of do some good mornings to really stretch them out. I will say, like, working hamstrings is way different than working quads. Like hamstrings, workout's like a deep stretch, whereas a quad workout feels like someone's putting a lighter on your quads and burning. And then I usually like to do some scoops, so then, because we're just really trying to make sure we can lengthen our hamstrings as much as we can right now, so when it is time to work, we can just get straight into it. And then high kicks. I usually like to do some leg swings just to make sure we're ready to go. What we're gonna start with is hamstring curls. We're gonna do a seated hamstring curl. In terms of a seated leg hamstring curl versus a laying hamstring curl, I do prefer the ones when you're laying on your stomach compared to the seated ones. But we're gonna do a seated one today. So, gotta just get it all set up. We're just gonna start 1 set of 15. Just to get the hamstrings warmed up. Make sure they're nice and awake before we start the workout. You wanna make sure you get full extension on these, all the way up, all the way down. Almost pretend you're trying to squeeze and you're trying to get your butt or your heels to touch your butt, even though there's something in between it. You just wanna envision that so you're getting that full squeeze. Ooh. Okay, get me out. So just 10 to 12 reps. Not super, super heavy, but definitely like there is some weight on there, you're gonna feel it. Ooh! Ooh, okay. The hamstrings are ready to work. Hamstrings are ready to work. Okay. Ooh! Next, we're gonna do Smith machine RDLs. Something about doing them on the Smith machine just like hits different. But here's the thing with RDLs. They're probably I would say they're the best movement for building the hamstrings because you can like load them up the most, but they are one of the most commonly messed up exercises. So many, like, it's simple. Like, so I'm gonna break down how to just do a simple RDL. We want our feet about hip width. We want our arms like right outside of our knees. Like, I would say like our Hands like a thumb away from our knees. And what we want to think about is hinging back, not just bending back. We really want to make sure our shoulders are back. We want to hinge back like we're closing a door, and then we're going to come back up. Because this is different than, RDLs are different than deadlifts. So like the hardest part of the RDL is back here, whereas like the hardest part of the art of a regular deadlift is down here. Whereas like we start and we finish at the bottom, where we start and we finish at the top is really where the difference is. So you finish at the bottom for deadlifts, RDLs you finish at the top. Make sure your feet are set and hinge back, and then stand up. It's all about the stretch on these. You don't want to go fast. Ah. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Woo! If you really can understand that hinge motion, you're, instead of like trying to take up space to go down, think about trying to take up as much space as you can going back. Because if I can go back instead of just like going down, these are two different motions. Like that just doesn't feel like the muscles being stretched and worked as much. For hamstrings, you really want to just stretch that muscle. But let's go ahead and put a 45 on. I probably will go up, but I just want to see how this feels, because with RDLs for me, it's all about that stretch. I really am not trying to, because the more weight I add, I start to just turn it into like a regular deadlift, and then my hamstrings aren't engaged as much and it becomes more of my back. So we want to try to keep it as much hamstring as possible. Okay. Whew. There's a different burn to it. I like to take my shoes off on RDLs and deadlifts just because these aren't the best like workout shoes. They're cute, but in terms of like functional, what really works, barefoot or like my deadlift slippers. Deadlift slippers. Come Sydney. Yeah. Okay, I was not counting, and I hope that was 10. And I'm gonna stand on a plate because I do wanna be able to get just a little bit extra range of motion. If you guys are doing these on a Smith machine, again, all Smith machines aren't created equally, so sometimes you might, like this little point here does stop me a little bit, like, what is this, maybe like 6 inches. I could probably go down a little bit more, so what I'm gonna do is stand on the plate to give me some more room to work with. If your last 2 reps of your set don't look like you're struggling, then you either need to do more reps or you need to up the damn weight. Shit. Leg press next. Leg press. Let's talk about foot positioning. So I'm placing my feet higher and wider so that it hits my hamstrings and glutes. So let's say I wanted to hit more of my quads. I'd be like more here in the middle, feet slightly, that's gonna hit more quads. But when I put my feet up toes off, but ball of my foot is still on the platform. Obviously, not all leg press platform like things are the same size, but you want your feet kind of high so it hits more hamstring the glutes. Narrow. This is also gonna hit quads, but when it's narrow, it's also gonna hit glutes. But remember, this is a hamstring workout with a supplement of glutes. So we want them high, we want them wide. My hamstrings are cooked, fam. Hamstrings are cooked, fam. One more plate. One more plate. And then we're gonna work, ooh! Then we're gonna work from there. Okay, next we're gonna have, what the fuck? We're gonna have hip thrust, superset with, we'll probably honestly just do B stance, cable, RDL. I always like to do at least one like single leg movement. Whether it's gonna be a B stance or a complete single leg, I just like to at least do one movement per workout of something that's like more single leg work to really get that detail work in. Then we're gonna hip thrust as well. Honestly, I feel like this, the leg curls was a roller coaster. Even the leg press was like a roller coaster. It's like you're getting in. This one for sure has it like. All riders, please keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times. Enjoy the ride. Welcome to Disneyland. That was supposed to be 15, but that's just a warm-up set. Yeah. We're gonna add another plate on there. So this is a B stance cable RDL. B stance, one foot's in front, one foot's in back. I like to put my back foot, the back toe aligned with my front heel. So back toe, front heel, same thing. We hinge, and for this, the front leg is feeling it, and the hand that's holding it is of the leg that's back. 15 reps, 8 reps. 3 sets. I might add a 4th set and make the last one a drop set for the hip thrust. All riders, hands inside the vehicle at all times. hurts to fucking sit down. 2 sets, reverse hypers. But I'm out this bitch. If I could do a cartwheel, I would. Socked him. Socked him. 2 sets, 15 reps. Finish off the glutes. Oh, we did it. Ooh, that was a workout. I have a glute pump though. BBL allegations. Yep. But as always, that was a hamstring with a glute day, mainly hamstrings. As always, if you guys liked it, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Yeah.